Good morning.
Good morning. It's Sunday morning.
Again?
Yep. And went to the car boot sale yesterday at a local one, but this is back at
Hickstead again. Yeah, it's still fairly local to us, isn't it?
It's only January 23, so it's all good. So it's not as warm as it was yesterday.
No, it's quite chilly.
It's a bit overcast, so but there's loads of cars here.
In fact, the queues were so bad to get here that we were the last car in the queue off the motorway.
Yeah.
One more car behind us would have actually been queuing on the motorway, wouldn't they? And sellers are still arriving.
So,
in fact, we got in before a lot of the sellers did.
The sun has just come from behind the cloud. You can see here. There we go. This is market. This is people still coming in to sell. So there's loads of it, and yeah, let's go and have a look, shall we? Oh, I've also got the trolley today, so I'll be dragging the trolley.
Finally.
So
it's taken me all this time to get him to wear the yellow hat and bring the trolley, but we got there in the end.
Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. So as mentioned, you can see I've got the trolley there. I'm just gonna have a little browse through and mention about some things. This toolbox here is just opened. I've got a similar one that I used for when I was doing plumbing, and they're about £150 box, but the state of that one just wasn't really worth looking at. There's a whole load of stuff that are at car boot sales that just really aren't my thing, and just kind of whizzing past, and you're just waiting to see that gem of something that you think, yeah, I'd like that. But I'm not really seeing a great deal of that here at the minute, so quite a lot of this I'm just going to walk on by. The other thing is, even if there is stuff that I like the look of, it's do I actually know the price of what it'd be worth and whether it's a good idea to get for reselling. It looks like a really lovely day here, blue sky, a few clouds, but the wind is so cold, and stupidly I put a pair of shorts on. Just kind of trying to look over just to see if there's anything that I'm kind of missing. Just coming up here, there's a Kenwood mixer there. I know some Kenwood mixers are really expensive, but the price of posting a Kenwood mixer, and I haven't got a clue what the actual resale value of that would be. There's some shoes and that. Shoes wise, I really don't know the brands. You know that they've got to look really good condition, and again I thought maybe a £5 for a pair of shoes or something, but I'd really have to know. I haven't sold any shoes yet. Maybe at some point shoes would be a thing to get into. Also found out here that by the looks of it, we're walking the wrong way down the one-way system of the car boot sale, not being used to having a one-way system. So we swapped over to this side. I'm wondering at this point, I know it's only just started into the car boot sale, but has having a trolley anticipating buying lots of things, has it jinxed it? Am I not going to buy anything today? Seems to be quite a big gap on this bit. It's not too packed. Further down the field later on, I stopped filming, but it was a lot more packed and there was a lot more stuff at that point. It looks like they're actually having a bit of a problem with the wind. Either that or they just haven't put the stuff out yet. Just having a look here, you got some jigsaws, and I was just having a little look to see if any of them were actually brand new and steel sealed. If they were steel sealed, then I might ask, but some of the boxes were quite tatty, and looking at it as a reseller, I obviously wanted to have items that look really good. Obviously, you know, puzzles are probably great, but I want the box to look nice. So there's quite a lot of this stuff that it's just not really me, but you've got to have a good look through. Guy there, I think, has just spotted that I've got a camera or some weird thing that I'm holding. So again, with the kids' toys, this is obviously what's here. There's probably stuff that, you know, I could make a good little profit on. I just haven't got a clue what it's worth. Just checking out what electronics are there, if there's anything tucked out the way that might be worth something, which is what I did the other week when I picked up the binoculars. It was just a little thing on a table. And as for ornaments there on the table and that, again, you know, there could be some good stuff in ornaments, but you've got to know your stuff you're looking at. Again, we've got some more puzzles here, just checking out if there's any that looks in really good condition or brand new. You can hear the wind at this point. The wind is just, it was so cold. Jan's just spotted out here that there's a cast iron pan. It could be a Le Creuset, so we're just going to ask and have a little look, see if it is. And to see obviously how much also he'd like for it. Under closer inspection, we can see that it's not a Le Creuset, and that Jan's just checking the bottom there and that. If it's cheap enough, it could still possibly get a profit. but we're not going to pay that for it. I mean, it was only a fiver, but it was a case of, you know, it's unbranded, so we're going to move on. Rhubarb. Now, I like a bit. Well, we've got some rhubarb in the garden, so we didn't need to buy somebody else's. So, however, our dogs do like tennis balls, and there's a big amount of tennis balls. The dogs are going to be so happy with the tennis balls.
No, I keep losing the dog's balls. Oh, thank you very much.
The amount of joy that a pound's worth of tennis balls can give dogs, they just love them. So it looks like a train set just there, and again, it's not my kind of thing at the moment, so we're going to leave that.
Yeah. Go to a cash point to get some more.
I guess myself and Jan are being quite select about the stuff that we're getting at the moment, and I don't think that's a bad thing. It's a case of learning what we can sell for a good profit and what a good price is, and not to go too wide on our experience to start with. Anyway, so the car boot sale was quite big. This was basically the first line. I didn't want to bore you with the whole lot, so we're just gonna wrap this up in a second. You get the review of what we got when we're in the car, and then there'll be a show and tell when we get back home. Right.
Hello again.
So, done a little bit of filming for you to see going around the boot sale. It was okay.
It was cold.
It was freezing cold.
It was windy, and the sun's coming out now. It's blue skies, but it was freezing. I had to have my hood up over my hat.
I had to come back and get my fleece. It was so cold. But
and you told me you wish you'd worn trousers.
And trousers. I was wearing shorts. But one of the best things of this one today was the donuts.
They were molten. I think I've got a blister on my finger now.
We had a
halfway molten donut.
Halfway stop where we had donuts, and we've just had another little pack of donuts for the end to help warm us up, because it's the wind. It's all right. I mean, the sun keeps going behind the clouds, and then it's the wind that's the chill of it. So that was that. I'm not sure if it felt like, to start with, that the fact that I was using a trolley felt like I jinxed it and that I was going to have nothing to put in it. But then I kind of got over that, and I kind of I've got a few things. I got some Meccano, picked up some books, and yeah, we'll do a show and tell when we get back, and do that in the next film.
Yeah, I've got nothing to show and tell. I just got some second-hand tennis balls for the dogs.
Yeah, so they'll be happy. So Anyway, yeah, we'll do a little show and tell, and anyway, I think that's it. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah.